right, guys, we're going to get started. We're going to do our listening game.
Today, reading specialist Elizabeth Hogan is teaching vowel teams to third graders at Burgess Peterson Academy in Atlanta. They're learning how to spell the long E sound using vowel teams EE and EA. She begins with a listening game.
I am going to say the sounds. You're going to listen and blend the sounds together to figure out the word. All right? So the first word is this. Listen. S-T-A-N.
Stay.
Good job. It was a little tricky. Okay, listen to this next one. E. Three. Yes. All right, you're putting my sounds together to figure out my word. Ready?
After students practice blending sounds together, Miss Hogan moves to warming up with flashcards, where she reviews vowel teams they've already learned, like AI and AY.
Listen to this. This comes in the beginning or middle of words. Where do we see this?
Beginning or middle of words.
Yes, we're going to need that today for writing.
Then she introduces the vowel teams they'll be working with today.
Ooh, sound.
E. This can be at any spot.
You're exactly right, Abby. It can be in any place in the word, so that's a little tricky. When we're spelling today, I'll have to give you some hints about where it is, okay? Sound.
E.
Good job. All right, this can also be anywhere in a word. So we're going to work on this one a lot today because it's a little tricky.
Today's vowel teams often appear in homophones, words that sound the same but are spelled differently and have different meanings. And because EE and EA can be found anywhere in a word, this means that students will need explicit instruction on how to use context to determine the correct spelling.
What about, I want you to think in your head, if I say the word meat, what picture just popped in your head? Quiet hand. What picture just popped in your head if I just say the word meat? What do you think, Allison?
Like the food meat.
The food meat, like, oh, we cooked the meat on the grill. Everyone say, we cooked the meat on the grill.
We cooked the meat on the grill.
We cooked the meat on the grill. And that is this type, this vowel team, M-E-A-T. Yes, there is another type of meat. Show me with a quiet hand if you know the meat that uses this vowel team. Sahanya, what do you think?
The one that, like, you meet somebody.
Yes, like if you meet someone, like if I'm meeting you for the first time and I say, nice to meet you, Sahanya. Yes, that is this meat with EE. So do you see how that's a little tricky? We have this meat and we have this meat. Okay, I'm going to teach you some other homophones today. The homophones we're going to talk about today are the words peak and peak. There are two types of peak. It is a homophone, but they are spelled with different vowel teams that say E. So the first word we're going to talk about today is the word peak with the EE vowel team, okay? And this one means like you're looking at something. So everyone's going to put their hands up, and I want you to say, I peek into the box. Everyone say it.
I peek into the box.
Good. The word is peak. What's the word?
Peek.
Say EE peak.
EE peek.
And put up your binoculars. We're peeking around the classroom.
Adding a hand motion while spelling helps students lock in the letters, and it keeps it fun.
It's amazing. That is peak with the EE vowel team. We put up our binoculars for that peak, okay? I'm going to put that one up here because we're going to need it later. All right, this is the next peak with the EA vowel team. Said the same way, but this one is spelled EA and it means something totally different. So I want you to say EA peak.
EA peek.
This peak means the very tip top of a mountain. All right, I want you to say this peak means the very tip top of a mountain.
This means the very top of the mountain.
Nice. Say, I hiked to the peak of Stone Mountain.
I hiked to the peak of Stone Mountain.
Nice, and we're making a little mountain with our hands, right? And our tips of our fingers are the peak, right? So this peak, say EA peak.
EA peak
Means the top of the mountain.
means the top of the mountain.
Yes, all right, I'm gonna put that one up here. This is the word feet. What's the word?
Feet.
This is E-E feet.
E-E feet.
And I'm going to point because this feet means our body part, right? The body part that helps us stand and walk. Everyone say E-E feet.
E-E feet.
And show me your feet. Our body part.
Our body part.
Nice. All right. I'm putting that one up next because we got it. So everyone say E-A feet.
E-A feet.
And a feat is a major accomplishment. You say it.
A feat is a major accomplishment.
Nice job. All right. So now, do you know 2 types of feet?
Yes.
Did you ever know that before? Really cool. All right. So now we're going to review the words we talked about because you're going to be writing them today and you're going to need to know which one by listening to my sentence. So the thing is, if I just say peek, peek, you don't know which one to write. You're having to listen to the rest of my sentence to know which one I'm talking about. All right, so one more time, let's review the words we did. Say, E-E peek.
E-E peek.
Means to look at something.
To look at something.
Yes, and we put on our binoculars. Okay, ready? Echo me. E-A peek.
E-A peek.
Means the top of a mountain.
Means the top of the mountain.
Yes. All right, now let's move on to feet. Ready? Say E-E feet.
E-E feet.
Means our body parts.
Means a body part.
Great, good job. Did you point to your feet?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and our last one, say E-A feet.
E-A feet.
Means a major accomplishment.
Means a major accomplishment.
Everyone make their wow face for the feet.
Wow.
It might be like a Home Alone face. Okay, good job. I think you know these words. I think you're ready to get writing. Thumbs up if you're ready to open your dictation notebook.
During sound and word dictation, Ms. Hogan gives students the chance to practice finding a word's meaning from context, which is the key to unlocking the correct spelling.
The first word is the word peek. Repeat. Peek. I will peek into the gift bag. Everyone say the sentence. I will peek into the gift bag. I wonder if you're remembering the right peek. Sahanya, which peek did you write?
E-E.
Yes, everyone say E-E peek.
E-E peek.
And put on your binoculars. All right, next word. The word is peek. Repeat.
Peek.
Peek. Repeat.
Peek.
All right, you don't know yet, so listen to my sentence. I ran to the peak of Stone Mountain. What's the sentence?
I ran to the peak of Stone Mountain.
Yes, Jacob, which vowel team did you choose for that peak?
E-A.
Yes, awesome. The reason he chose that is because he listened to my sentence and he heard me say I hiked up to the peak and he listened the whole way. So he knew I wasn't talking about this type of peak, looking into something. It doesn't make sense. So we have to know which vowel team to use by listening to the clues in the sentence, right?
Yes.
Awesome, great job. Okay guys, let's read the words we wrote today and then we're gonna move on to phrases, okay?
Peek.
After reading what they wrote, they move on to the next step of today's lesson, phrase dictation.
We are going to use a set of our homophone words. So you're going to have to think about which one to use, okay? So we're gonna write 2 phrases. The first phrase is peeked at the prize. Repeat.
Peeked at the prize.
Good, let's write it. I hope you chose the right peek. Check yours with mine. Park your pencils when you're ready so I know we can go to our next phrase. Your second phrase is hike to the peak.
Hike to the peak.
Again, hike to the peak.
Hike to the peak.
Good, write it. Check your peak with my peak and make sure you chose the right one. Thumbs up if you chose the right peak. Good. We did EA peak. Right?
The last step of the lesson is sentence dictation. Students will pick one of the phrases and turn it into a complete sentence by adding a who or a what.
All right, get started turning one of these phrases into a complete sentence. You get to decide. You get to make it up. You want to say, I peeked at the prize talking about you? I like it. Okay, you do that. All right, everyone has wrapped up their sentences. I want you, if you would like to share your complete sentence, show me a quiet hand and I am going to call on some friends to share their sentence. Hadley, I would love for you to share your sentence.
Addie and me peeked at the prize.
Yes, amazing. Addie and me peeked at the prize. All right, Chase, I would love for you to share your sentence.
At my birthday party, I peeked at the prize.
Ooh, at Chase's birthday party, he peeked at the prize. Amazing sentence. Good job. I love the work you put into your sentences, and I saw a lot of others really creative sentences. Amazing. Pat yourself on the back. You guys are amazing.
Reading Universe is made possible by generous support from Jim and Donna Barksdale, the Hastings Quillen Fund, an advised fund of the Silicon Valley Community Foundation, the AFT, the Emily Hall Tremaine Foundation, and anonymous donors. Special thanks to Burgess Peterson Academy, Reading is Essential for All People, and Atlanta Public Schools. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at RU Teaching. Reading Universe is a service of WETA Washington, D.C., the Barksdale Reading Institute, and First Book.